With the united Federation of Planets still reeling from the first Federation-Klingon War, Starfleet Command would create a special starship design project whose sole purpose was to protect the Federation. And from this project, the Colossus Class would be born. But what do we know about this impressive carrier design? Well, today we'll find out. Hello and welcome to another episode of Truth or Myth Beta Canon, a Star Trek web series that dives into the history of any given topic using beta canon sources and my own imagination to fill in the gaps. In today's episode, we're taking a look at the Colossus Class to better understand its place in Star Trek history. Please note, the Colossus Class is another design I kitbashed into existence based on the designs of the FASA manuals as well as several fan-created designs. I love to create 3D models to explore Star Trek lore using these far more unusual starship designs, so I hope you enjoy this video as much as I did making it. But as always, because this is just a beta canon video, all information relayed should pretty much be taken with a grain of stardust and only considered a little bit of Star Trek fun. And so with all that out of the way, let's begin. The mid to late 23rd century was certainly a golden age for starship designs. From vessel classes designed to spy on the enemy front, to other designs whose missions were to expand the knowledge of the final frontier, there were certainly no shortages of ideas by Starfleet's starship design teams. After winning the first Federation-Klingon War in 2257, Starfleet Command would not only step up their starship construction programs, but would also look into creating several new designs all geared towards keeping the Federation safe in case another war broke out. The first Federation-Klingon War had been hard on Starfleet and the citizens of the UFP. In fact, shortly before the war ended in Federation victory, it seemed as though the Federation was close to surrender, but thankfully that was not the case. The Klingon Empire had been particularly ruthless during the war, and with over 100 million dead and a third of their fleet destroyed, Starfleet Command and the Federation Council wanted to ensure this level of devastation could never happen again, and so Project Hannibal would be created to do just that. Named after the Carthaginian general who employed naval forces against the Roman Empire, put simply, this project was employed to design and create starship classes for one purpose and one purpose only, to fight and win a war against the Klingon Empire. Though most Starfleet vessels of the time carried their own stock of fighter craft, the truth was that the organization really didn't have many dedicated carrier designs in its fleet, and those that it did have didn't really take advantage of the technological progress Starfleet Command had made during the war, making them less than ideal should a new war break out. And so Project Hannibal's design teams would look to create a carrier starship design that could not only hold a massive amount of fighter craft, but also hold its own in combat. And in 2261, the Colossus Class would be born. Sitting at a length of 292.4 meters, the Colossus Class would be designed to be operated by 304 officers and crew members, with additional space for 800 fighter pilots and military personnel. Stripped of all non-essential scientific laboratories and facilities, the Colossus Class, like most designs of the era, would take its design cues from the jewel of Starfleet's crown, the Constitution Class. But other than a superficial aesthetic, that would be where the similarities would end for this class. A quad nacelle design due to the large warp field needed for this class, the Colossus Class would have a standard safe cruising speed of warp factor 6, and an emergency maximum speed of warp factor 8.3 for 12-hour increments, all old warp scale of course. Tactically, the Colossus Class would be armed to the teeth, containing 8 overcharged phaser emitter banks, as well as 5 torpedo launching systems, 3 forward and 2 aft. Thanks to its beefed-up warp core, shielding for the Colossus Class was slightly stronger than the shielding for the Constitution Class, gaining 8% more power output than her previously mentioned older sister. While crew quarters and standard facilities were located within the primary hull, the secondary hull would contain the facilities Starfleet believed could help it win a war. 2 throughway shuttle bays would be one of the biggest defining elements of this class. Fully stocked with Starfleet's latest fighter auxiliary spacecraft, the Colossus Class also contained a large construction and repair facility designed for maintenance on these craft. Specially designed cargo facilities would dominate the center strip between the shuttle bays, with these areas designed to hold weaponry such as photon torpedoes as well as repair components for the fighter craft. While barrack-style accommodations would occupy the hull walls, reinforced by a new composite of titanium alloy. Several massive cargo transporters would also be included within the secondary hull. One added feature of these transporters were their ability to be controlled by the normal 6-person transporter rooms located within the primary hull. Overall, though a bulky-looking design, the Colossus Class was truly a sight to behold, with her shakedown crews proving the viability and reliability of this new class. But, as luck would have it, things were about to change for the Federation, which would impact the production of this class. In 2262, after a whirlwind election, a new Federation president would assume authority over the Council. Devoted to the more scientific ideals of the Federation, this president would see classes such as the Colossus as unnecessarily provocative and completely antithetical to Starfleet's and the Federation's mandate. And after swaying a number of the more liberal-minded member worlds, it would be decided to slow down Project Hannibal to a dead crawl, and as a result, only 7 starships of the Colossus class would ever be constructed. The forced Federation Klingon Treaty in 2267 by the omnipotent beings known as the Organians would begin the end of life for the Colossus class, with the final nail in its space coffin coming in 2272, with the successful launch of the refit USS Enterprise utilizing brand new, breakthrough technology in its design. And this technology made the Colossus class virtually obsolete almost overnight. Although the Colossus class would remain in service, repurposed as a cargo hauling and support starship design for another decade, by 2282, the decision would be made to finally decommission the class in favor of several far more technologically advanced designs now contained within the Federation's fleet. Though thankfully never truly needed to defend the United Federation of Planets, the Colossus class was nevertheless a testament to starship design and ingenuity, earning this class its absolute tank of a place in Starfleet history. Thank you for watching today's episode of Truth or Myth Beta Canon. What do you think of the Colossus class and the historical narrative that I've created here? Do you want to see more videos like this one? Well, leave your comments in the section below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, hitting that little bell icon so you won't miss a single video we release. Want to help the channel create starship designs to help protect the United Federation of Planets? Then consider becoming a channel member subscriber or a channel patron, both a major help that allows this channel to purchase resources and 3D models to keep it going. The link to both memberships is in the description below. Thanks again for watching, live long, and prosper.